What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be getting into this Gen X arcade cabinet. It is a modified arcade 1-up. It's obviously in a Mortal Kombat theme. I had this done for my new shop that just opened. It's been really great. Everybody's been really enjoying it. We're going to get into the ins and outs and the details and see what this thing has to offer. Alright guys, let's go ahead and just jump into it. So I just turned the cabinet on and I'm going to take you through the startup screen. There is a surge protector in the back right corner with a switch. Just hit it on and the logo appears, and I'm going to let the cabinet take it from here. Yeah, that intro rules pretty hard. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and check out the cabinet from top to bottom. So we start off with the light up marquee at the top, and the monitor is an upgrade from the 16-inch to the 20-inch, so that's a 20-inch monitor on the inside. And get a little close so you can see the resolution of the light up marquee. It is a solid light. It is flickering on camera, but it's a solid bright white light. That's the main menu. Let's check out this control panel. So the buttons are LED lit behind, and they look awesome. I love this configuration and the artwork on the controls. It's a throwback to how they were on the MK things, but they were a little different. They weren't in that 5-button cross kind of configuration as we knew before. The Midway logo was a request on my part. I really wanted to get that in there. I love the 3 classic MK logos here, and then I also found this online and had it replicated, but yeah, the old MK2 lightning graphic is really cool. This thing really takes you back to the early to mid 90s. I love the artwork on the side. That just came on the cabinet standard. We didn't have to do anything different to that. It was pretty perfect, and I really liked that. So kept that the way it was. And then this is the side of the riser graphic. Just that classic MK Dragon logo. Looks really phenomenal. I love the red trim all over it. I think the whole thing just looks really good. Really well balanced. The blue from Raiden's outfit with the blue controller. Everything just really works on this thing. It's also not too big at all. It fits perfectly, doesn't take up too much room, but it's not too small to where it feels awkward to play it. So let's talk about the added speakers going on here. So it's essentially 2 computer speakers that sound really good. For the size, it really hits. This is the volume adjuster, knob, power switch, whatever you want to call it. You can also plug in some headphones there too if you want to just hear it yourself, which is nice. This little remote that I'm about to grab controls the LEDs. There's a strip of LEDs on the back, and there's a strip underneath the control panel. This controls all of that. It does all different kinds of things, blinks and flashes, and anything you might want. So that was really cool. I like that little added part. And there's another LED strip underneath the control panel that lights up the Midway logo when it's darker in the room. Obviously, I filmed this during the day, so you guys can see the whole cabinet. So let's talk about this main menu. I'm going to go ahead and scroll through it and go kind of slow so you guys can see everything. Now it's broken up into all these different categories. These are the different systems that come on this particular cabinet. So there are about 6,000 games on here, and they are broken into different systems and all kinds of different categories, which we'll go over. But this is really convenient because there's certain games that I can find relatively quickly just by finding the system that I wanted to play it on. That right there, you can hit the power down without going to the switch in the back. And yeah, all kinds of stuff. I mean, I played on this thing a lot and I still can't find everything. An options menu and just more systems. Some of them I've never even really heard of, to be quite honest with you, but it's been fun getting in here and discovering them and just kind of playing around. So it also breaks it down into these different like franchises and different kind of little categories. So you can just jump into a certain universe. That's really convenient for the Mortal Kombat thing. And my clients who want to come in and play this and can just find their games really, really easily. It's pretty self-explanatory. I do give them a rundown on how the controls work. So we're going through, I like that you can save your favorite games in that favorite section and go right into them that way. That's really, really, really convenient. And give you an example. So the right button here selects it. And I'm kind of showing you what's going on and how you can scroll. It gives you a little preview thumbnail of that version of the game to make sure it's the one you're thinking of and make sure it's the one you want to play before you start it and have to restart it and all that kind of stuff. This has been really, really convenient, and I've liked this whole system. It took me a second to get used to it, but once I did, I can navigate through it pretty easily now. Or that selects the game, so I'm going to show you how it starts up, what to expect. Now this happens every game, tells you what the buttons do. So right there you can see that I push those two, the start and the coin button at the same time, and that brings you back to the main menu. So no matter where you are in the game or whatever, if you just hit those two buttons at the same time, it brings you right back here. And of course you can jump back into that game if you need to. It saves it in that spot. This is the all games menu. I'm gonna kind of just show you how this works. And when you hold the joystick down, it goes really fast and then it jumps into this alphabetical order kind of thing that you can scan through and kind of find that game that you're looking for relatively quick if you don't know what system it's on or anything like that. But this comes really handy. Now there are 6,000 games on this thing, possibly more, so even finding that one game can take a second. I almost kind of wish there was a search bar or something. I'm not quite sure how that would work with the system or anything like that. Maybe there is and I just haven't found it yet. I play this thing for a little bit every day and get to know it a little bit more. But yeah, it's you can always save them in your favorites too. That's a thing you can do that's super, super convenient. I'm really glad they added that. But I do kind of cruise this whole thing just so you guys can get an idea, just to see exactly how many things are on or how many games are on this. It's pretty nuts. So let's check out the back of the cabinet. So you can see the two speakers that are mounted right there on the top. Really easy to get to, and it sounds really great because you stand on the other side, but you don't see them at all because of the angle. So it's pretty perfect. It's a really, really good placement of the speakers. The wires fall back into the cabinet, and you can see the two LED strips going on right there. That shines on the back wall and gives the whole thing this cool glowy ambiance. And then that is the surge protector, just housing everything that's powering the cabinet, all the speakers, monitor, everything like that. And then it goes into one single plug. Now I did get an extension cord that goes behind the couch on the Alexa, so we just tell Alexa to turn on the lobby, and yeah, it's been really convenient. Let's talk about this thing I have the cabinet on here. Now this is on Amazon, and I'm going to put a link down at the bottom, but it's basically something that adjusts in all these sizes, and it picks up your appliances off of the ground. So it's mostly made for like a refrigerator, a washing machine, a dryer, something like that. It makes sure it's level, and it also makes it easy to move and slide. It has these kind of like felt tips on the bottom of the feet. The feet can adjust and be different sizes in case the ground isn't perfectly level. But the reason why I did that is this is in my shop, and I mop my shop really often. I didn't want the mop to hit the cabinet and, you know, get nasty over time and water get into the wood. So I got this riser for it, and it sits on these like soft pads so it doesn't damage anything. It's been really great, and I've noticed that it keeps scuffs off the cabinet from people's feet. So anybody who walks up and their feet hit the cabinet, it hits that riser, it's not scuffing everything. So I'm going to go ahead and drop some info on the size of this thing for you guys, just in case you want to make sure it's going to fit in that perfect spot in your home or your business. So let's do that now. Okay guys, so again, this is by Gen X Arcade. You can find them on Facebook, or just go to genxarcade.com. The customer service was incredible. I was in communication the entire time. It went really, really smooth. I had it shipped with a company called UShip, which is an app. It was really easy, really affordable, and I loved the experience. So the grand total cost for this was $1,800 for the entire cabinet. That's including all the upgrades that I got. And it's half up front, and then you pay the other half whenever it's ready to go. And the UShip app charged me $250 to bring it from Florida to Louisiana, where I am. It was a really great experience.